Okay, guys, I want to show you. I made a video talking about the California fires and why they're so hard to put out. I'm going to show you the reason right here, right now. Look at this. Look at the size of that tree trunk, ready to be burned. Look at all the debris. Look at this side. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that one across the road. Look at that at the end. Look at that one. Look at here. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? Look at that big log, the big root system up on the side with the tree trunk all along. Look at here. And this is everywhere you look. Look at that one over there. The one behind it. One behind it, this one in the front. They cut that one in half so we can pass through, but don't they, isn't it better just to, instead of cutting in half, you can pass through? Well, then they just drag them out and remove them altogether. This is the issue. This is the cause of those wildfires. You get hit by lightning and it will burn forever. This is what's causing it. And everywhere you look, you go deep in the forest, it's all like this. Year after year after year after year after year. Okay? Look at that one leaning, ready to fall. Well, it's already fallen. It just caught up against that one. It's holding it up. But that's dead. That's a dead tree. Look at the branches. It's all dead. And it's still in good condition, so you can cut it and use it for lumber. But no. California politicians, the legislation, the governor, everybody, they're a bunch of morons. They're a bunch of morons thinking that this is a healthy forest, that this is a natural forest. This is not natural. This has to burn, and it has to burn to get rid of all this fuel. So if you don't want the carbon released into the atmosphere, you need to remove these logs and shred them and make them mulch or something so you can bag them and sell them. But this, look at that tree trunk back there, it's about 6 feet in diameter. Look at that monster. If I stand next to it, it's probably a foot above me. It's incredible. The bunch of morons that we have in power. And this is their idea of a healthy forest. And this goes mile after mile, mile after mile. Look at that big one there, dead also. Look at that piece that broke off. That needs to be cut. We got too many trees. And I told a young forestry guy, he don't know nothing. I explained how things should be, and he says, oh no, the trees bring the rain. When I told him we had too many trees and we had to cut them. And I said, the trees don't bring rain, otherwise, why does it rain in the desert? Answer me that. He just kept quiet. So the rain's brought by the jet stream, bringing humidity and weather and rain clouds from the ocean and from Alaska, and you can see that on the Weather Channel how it works. Don't tell me that trees bring rain. That's ridiculous. We got so many trees, how come it doesn't rain? Answer me that too. You know, they come up with it stupid because, you know, their bosses, he's only a 20-year-old, what does he know? But their bosses tell them this shit, and they believe it because they don't know nothing. A bunch of idiots. I should have worn my hat. But all this debris, it's everywhere. Everywhere. And you can see it here. You can see it here, how dense. And this is nothing. This is nothing. So I'm gonna keep going, and I'm in another spot. All right. Here's some more stuff. Some more down old. You can tell they're old, they're dry. They've been there for years. Look at how long that log, that should have gone to a lumber mill and gotten some use to it. Look at this side. Look at all that debris on the ground. Look at the ones in the back. They're huge trees, just rotting away, waiting for a spark. Everywhere you look. There's another one. There's another one. Look at that. Everywhere you look, they're down trees, debris, branches. Look at the mess back in there. Look at that. Look at that. And you tell me it's global warming, huh? Bunch of morons. Look at all the debris here. Look at this. It's rotting. It's been there for years. It should have been taken out and used. But these people, they hate the lumber companies, the lumberjacks. They hate them with a passion. They think they're going to destroy the forest. They're maintaining the forest to be clean and maintaining the forest to be healthy and get all this debris out of here. Look at this. It's just everywhere. You can go on for miles. I'm gonna run out of battery. Look at that, pieces and pieces and pieces, dead trees. Look at that. This is the reason we have wildfires in California, not global warming. You kidding me? Look at this, right next to the road. Look at the size of that thing. Look at that. Look at that one. Look at how massive that is. Come on, man. Let's be adult here. Let's tell the truth. Don't give me no Mickey Mouse, bullshit that I'm not going to swallow. Look at this. It's just everywhere. There's a big one back in there. I didn't get to catch it. There's more on this side. Look at all these branches on the ground. Look at all this crap here. All this wasted, unusable lumber. Because it's too old. They already cut it. Get me like this. They already cut it. But it should have been taken out. But no. Whoa. Alright, let me see. Hang on a second. Something snapped. That's not good. Ooh, I'm getting a lot of dust in here. Alright, I'm going to put this away and concentrate on my driving. Here's some more stuff. Look at the sizes, the massive sizes of these trees. Look at the sizes of those trees. How big they are. You know how much lumber they could have gotten out of there. Look at this side here. Right. Look at all the stuff here laying around. Just cut, pushed to the side. All this stuff. Well, this is fire. This is kindling. Okay, I'm going to the Rocky Garden. Whew. Look at this. Look at all that debris. Look at the trees up there. So I want to show you, I want to prove to you that this is the reason. Look at the length of that on this thing. This is the reason all these trees go up on fire, and then the firemen are practically getting killed trying to put these out, because the morons, they're in charge. They don't allow these trees to be taken out because it's habitat for a squirrel. It's habitat for a freaking rat. Look at that. Look at that up there. Look at all this. Look at all that trash just sitting there waiting to be burned. Everywhere you look, left and right, left and right. Look at the size of this one. It's massive. All right, let me go away here again. Look at this mess. Look at this tangled up mess of wood, branches, everywhere, 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 everywhere. And they say, oh, this is natural. Yeah, it's natural if you want to trashy forest. So they're worried about the habitat of a rat or a squirrel or something than to clean up this mess that is costing all these millions of dollars every year, millions and millions and millions of dollars every year to put out fires, and they don't want to cut a single tree. Talk about a bunch of idiots in charge of this state. That's why a lot of people have had it, and they just want to leave. Because when you're dealing with morons, you just get so frustrated that you just say, forget it. I can't talk to these people. I can't talk to these people. Look at this. It's just everywhere you go. Massive sizes of logs just strewn laying around, waiting for a spark. Waiting for a spark. And this place is going to go poof, like it got hit by an atomic weapon. That's why you got these hot fires from all these logs. That log's probably been sitting there for 50 years. Look at that, rotting to the core, rotted into the ground. Incredible that these people don't realize that either they think that they're doing the right thing. They think they're doing the right thing and they don't care, because they know they're doing the wrong thing. They don't care. So the mentality with these people creating habitat, because I remember they were talking about that long time ago, that they wanted to leave the forest natural to create habitat for animals and stuff. Well, the only animal, I seen a couple of squirrels running around, but then they don't live there. They live up in the trees. Look at this. Completely rotting in the ground. Look at that. The bark just fell off. Look at the tree. That tree's got to be there 50, 60 years. It's just everywhere you look. And they're saying that the reason we're having these wildfires is because of global warming. It's unbelievable, the mentality, the idiocy of these morons. They need to be locked up. Those people need to be in an insane asylum, because that's what they are. They're insane. They're freaking insane. Look at this. From one end to the other. Debris, 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 debris. And this is just what you're seeing from the next side of the road. You're not seeing what's back in the woods there. This is just what's on the right, on the side of the road. Whoop. Hit a pit. Whoop. Okay. I mean, it's frustrating, man. And you talk to these people. Oh no, we need to cut back the carbon because global warming. Well, but look, man, you get a fire here with all this debris on the ground, and this is going to burn for a long, long time, causing a lot more carbon into the air. I mean, it's logical. It's logical. More fires equals more carbon. Yeah. Look at that. And it goes on and on. You know, I'm going to stop right here because I'm going to run out of battery. So look at the mess. Look at all this stuff on the ground. You know, nobody picks it up. You can't burn it. They don't want you to make fire pits. It's just sitting there. For the benefit of I don't know what. So in a nutshell, if they don't start picking up and cleaning up and dragging out and cutting down the dead trees and the sick trees, I mean, everywhere you look, there's a tree leaning. Those are sick or dead. Start taking those out and cleaning up. They're never going to solve this problem with the fires. Never. It doesn't matter if it rains a lot, snows a lot. It doesn't matter. The trash is still on the ground, ready to burn. There's another one there. You know, and that's what we're dealing in California. The nuts are in control. People with no fucking reasoning, no logic, no common sense. No common sense at all. All right, see you on the next one. Look at how dense, how overgrown and dense is this forest. And the way that I came in, it's even worse. I mean, it's a tree on top of each other. We got too many trees, way too many trees. It's everywhere, and this is by the main road. Okay, this should be easy coming in here with some equipment and just thinning out the forest. You know, every square foot's got a tree. There's so much money to be made by selling lumber in this state that it could recoup the coffers of the state and maybe relax the taxes on the people. They can make so much money with this lumber and benefiting the forest at the same time and giving us a break with the gas prices and the gas taxes that they raise it every year, sometimes twice a year. Everything's gone up like crazy, and they keep denying the obvious. Look. All right. Okay, so had a sandwich, soda, and I'm getting ready to hit the road. I'm kind of sore because I did a lot of walking. I'm gonna have to hit the jacuzzi, a bathtub jacuzzi, and see if I can get those muscles to relax. So I'm gonna be cramping like crazy. So I saw a guy putting on gas, and he had 2 deers, and I asked him, where'd you get them? And he told me the spot, and I'm going, but that's what the town is. I mean, are you shooting around there? He goes, yeah, well, he didn't say yeah there, but he told me it was the meadow where the town is. Probably in the outskirts, you know. They look pretty good. They look decent. Probably they had good neck, so they're probably 140, 150 pounder, something like that. So 2 guys got lucky. All right, I'm gonna hit the road now, and that's it for now. Thank you. See you on the next one.